Evelyn was a quiet girl with an insatiable curiosity about the world around her. One rainy afternoon, she stumbled upon an old map in her grandmother's attic. The map was tattered, but had intricate details leading to a place called the Garden of Lost Memories. Evelyn's grandmother warned her never to follow the map. Curiosity overwhelmed her, and Evelyn decided to uncover the mystery of the garden. Early the next morning, she packed a small bag and started her journey. The map led her through dense woods filled with birds singing haunting melodies. Evelyn felt both excitement and unease as she ventured further. She crossed a stream where the water glimmered as if it contained stars. Suddenly, she heard whispers, but found no one around. The map pointed to a clearing with a large iron gate covered in vines. The gate creaked open as if it had been expecting her. Beyond it lay a breathtaking garden with vibrant flowers and towering trees. In the center of the garden was a fountain that seemed to hum softly. Evelyn approached the fountain and saw names etched on its edge. She touched one of the names, and a vivid memory played out in her mind. It was a scene of a boy laughing with his dog under a cherry blossom tree. Evelyn realized the garden was filled with memories that people had left behind. Each flower, each leaf, held a fragment of someone's life. She marveled at the bittersweet beauty of the place. As she walked, Evelyn found a tree with golden leaves shimmering in the sunlight. The tree whispered to her, "Every memory here was left by someone who wished to forget." She felt a pang of sadness for the memories discarded in this magical place. The garden seemed alive, reacting to her thoughts and emotions. Evelyn found a bench and sat down to process everything she had seen. Suddenly, she noticed a small jar glowing faintly near the bench. Inside was a memory of a young woman dancing in the rain. The scene brought tears to Evelyn's eyes with its raw emotion. She wondered why someone would want to forget such a beautiful moment. The garden began to whisper stories of heartbreak, loss, and hope. Evelyn felt drawn to a path lined with flowers glowing softly in the dusk. At the end of the path, she discovered a large, ancient oak tree. The tree had a hollow, and inside was a golden book with her name on it. To her astonishment, it contained memories from her own life. Evelyn saw moments she had cherished and others she had tried to forget. A memory of her late mother baking cookies made her heart ache. Another memory showed her being laughed at during a school play. Evelyn realized the garden had kept her memories safe, even the painful ones. She wondered if she could leave a memory behind as well. The golden tree spoke, "Only those who seek solace may leave their memories here." Evelyn thought of the memory of her mother baking cookies. It was precious, but the pain of remembering her mother's absence was overwhelming. She hesitated, knowing she might regret leaving it behind. The garden seemed to hum in anticipation of her decision. Finally, Evelyn whispered, "I will keep it, it's a part of me." The golden tree glowed warmly, as if approving her choice. The garden seemed to transform around her, the colors growing even more vibrant. Evelyn realized the garden was not just a place for lost memories but a sanctuary for self-discovery. She felt a newfound appreciation for her life and the memories, both joyful and painful. As the sun set, Evelyn decided it was time to leave. The garden's whispers followed her, offering a sense of closure. At the gate, she turned for one last look at the magical place. The garden seemed to bow its trees in farewell. Evelyn felt lighter as she made her way back home. Along the way, she thought about the memories she had seen and the stories they told. She realized that every memory, even the painful ones, shaped who she was. Evelyn returned to her grandmother's house with a smile on her face. Her grandmother noticed the change in her and asked, "Did you visit the garden?" Evelyn nodded, understanding now why her grandmother had warned her. She decided to share the stories she had witnessed in the garden. Her grandmother listened intently, tears welling up in her eyes. "That garden helped me heal once too," her grandmother confessed. Evelyn felt a deep connection to her grandmother through their shared experience. She promised to treasure her memories and never let pain overshadow their beauty. Evelyn spent the evening writing down her journey in a journal. She hoped her story would inspire others to embrace their memories. The journal became her way of keeping the garden alive in her heart. As the night deepened, Evelyn felt a sense of peace she hadn't known before. The whispers of the garden echoed softly in her dreams. Days turned into weeks, and Evelyn often found herself thinking of the garden. She decided to plant a small flower in her backyard as a tribute. The flower grew quickly, as if infused with the magic of the garden. Her neighbors were amazed by its beauty and often stopped to admire it. Evelyn began sharing the garden story with them. She encouraged others to cherish their memories, no matter how painful. The flower became a symbol of hope and healing in the community. Evelyn felt her purpose was now tied to spreading the garden's message. The whispers of the garden stayed with her, guiding her actions. She often wondered if others would find their way to the magical place. One evening, Evelyn received a letter with no return address. Inside was a small, glowing petal and a note that read, "You are never alone." She smiled, realizing the garden would always be with her. The petal seemed to radiate warmth, filling her with comfort. Evelyn kept the petal in her journal as a reminder of her journey. Over time, she became known for her wisdom and compassion. People often sought her advice on dealing with their own memories. Evelyn felt fulfilled, knowing she was making a difference. The garden's magic continued to influence her life in subtle ways. She often felt its whispers in the wind, a gentle reminder of its presence. Years later, Evelyn revisited the woods where she had found the map. The map was no longer there, as if it had vanished with her journey's completion. She felt a sense of gratitude for the experiences she had gained. The garden remained a cherished memory, a beacon of healing and hope. Evelyn's life was forever enriched by the lessons she had learned. She often shared her story with children, inspiring them to value their memories. The golden tree's voice echoed in her heart, a reminder to cherish every moment. Evelyn realized that her journey was not just about the garden, but about herself. The whispers of the garden stayed with her, a constant source of comfort. Evelyn's story became a legacy, a testament to the power of memories and healing.